Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Infinity. Today we are going to study about gamma and beta function. This too, that is gamma and beta function, this is very useful topic. It's a fundamental topic we should know and some concepts regarding this. It will be useful while solving many integrals, and also sometimes we get some direct question regarding gamma and beta function. Okay, so today we are going to study about this and we will calculate some integral regarding this. We will know some basic formula which we should know. By knowing this formula, it is very easy for us to calculate a lot of important integrals and also a lot of calculations. So without wasting time, we will start with gamma function. Gamma function is denoted by integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power n minus 1 dx. This function is called the gamma function and gamma function of n, okay, and it is denoted by in this way, okay. So gamma function of n is written as 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power n minus 1 dx, okay. So this is our gamma function. Now we will see some important results of gamma functions which we should remember, but I will prove some of the results. Okay, you should also know some proof of some important results, so that by chance if you forget, then you can just calculate and find the result. Okay, first proof which we will do is gamma of 1 is equals to 1. Okay, see, proof of this, we know gamma of n is equals to 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power n minus 1 dx. Now we want gamma of 1. That means in case of n we will put 1. We will substitute 1 at place of n. So gamma of 1 equals to 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power 1 minus 1 dx. X to the power 1 minus 1, that is x to the power 0. X to the power 0 is nothing but 1. So 0 to infinity e to the minus x dx. Integral of e to the minus x is what? E to the minus x by minus of 1. 0 to infinity. Now e to the minus x, this minus sign we can balance by changing the upper limit and the lower limit. So e to the power minus 0 minus e to the minus infinity. So this we are getting as 1. So we got the result gamma of 1 equals to 1. Okay, so next we will see some other important result. First result we will get to know, that is gamma of n plus 1 is equals to n gamma n, and gamma n plus 1 is equals to n factorial. Okay, now you see, we already know that gamma of n is equals to 0 to infinity x to the power n minus 1 e to the minus x dx. Now if we integrate it by part, we will get what? X to the power n minus 1 e to the minus x minus 1 in the denominator. Our limit 0 to infinity minus n minus 1. We will differentiate the first one, 0 to infinity n minus 1 x to the power n minus 2, and we will integrate the second function. This is, we are doing integral by part. This is u and this is v. Then we are doing solving in this way. Okay, so this we are getting limit. Suppose we are solving in this way, since its n is present here. So suppose limit x is tending to 0, then this we will get as x to the power n minus 1. I am taking it common, and we will do the expansion of e to the minus x. That is 1 minus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial plus so on, plus minus 1 to the power n. Since it is going up to infinity, x to the power n by n factorial plus dot 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 up to infinity. Okay, and this be x to the power n minus 1, I have taken it outside. Okay, plus this is n minus 1, 0 to infinity, x to the power n minus 2 e to the minus x dx. Okay, now you see x tends to 0, we will get this value as 0. Okay, so we are left with this integral n minus 1 integral 0 to infinity x to the power n minus 2 e to the minus x dx. So we are getting n minus 1. This is nothing but, we can write this as in this way, you suppose x minus 1 minus of 1 e to the minus x dx. Okay, so this is what n minus 1 gamma function n minus 1, correct? So what we got n plus 1 is equals to n gamma n. How? If we replace n by n plus 1, then we will get the same. Here initially, okay, I am showing you, initially we got gamma of n. See this, we got gamma of n as this, n minus 1 gamma of, we got gamma n minus 1 gamma n minus 1, we got this. Now if we substitute n by n plus 1, what we will get? We will get n by n plus 1. So n plus 1, that is equals to n plus 1 minus of 1 gamma of n plus 1 minus 1. So this is, we are getting n gamma n. So we proved what? Gamma of n plus 1 is equals to n gamma n. Okay, so this is the second important result which we should remember. Okay, now our third result was what? Our third result was gamma n plus 1 equals to n factorial. Now in this equation, suppose this is equation 1, if we substitute n by n minus 1 in equation 1, we will get what? N by n minus 1, n minus 1 plus 1, n minus 1 gamma n minus 1. So we are getting this as gamma n, and this n minus 1 gamma n minus, here we will replace n minus 1, no, we will replace n minus 2. So we are getting n minus 2 plus 1, n minus 2 and n minus 2. So we are getting in this way n minus 1. So this we are getting n minus 1 equals to n minus 2, n minus 2. Okay, now putting this value of n minus 1, we already got n minus 1 equals to what? Yeah, we got n initially we got here, you see here we got this. From this we got n minus 1 is equals to gamma n by n minus 1, right? So if we substitute this value, so we are getting what? Gamma n, n minus 1, n minus 2. This is gamma n minus 2. This we can write as what? This also we can break. Similarly, we are getting n minus 1 equals to gamma n equals to n minus 1, n minus 1. So this we can again break. We will get n minus 3 dot dot dot. We will get up to. In this way we will get. Okay. So this is what? This is what? This is our n minus 1 factorial. So what we are getting? We are getting gamma n equals to n minus 1 factorial. Okay. Now if we replace n by n plus 1, we will get what? Gamma of n plus 1, that is equals to n plus 1 minus of 1 factorial, that is n factorial. So we were about to prove that n plus 1 is equals to n factorial, and we got this. Okay, so it is proved. Now what we will evaluate? Now we will evaluate our fourth result. Result number 4. What is that? We need to find what is the value of gamma minus half. So we already know that gamma n plus 1 is equals to n gamma n, right? So suppose I am doing minus half plus 1. I need minus half, right? So if I put n is equals to minus half, so what I am getting? Minus half, gamma minus half. This result I want. So minus half plus 1. What is this? Minus half plus 1. This is gamma half minus half, gamma of minus half. This is equals to root pi. This you can calculate by using our basic function of gamma. You will get gamma of half is equals to root pi. This 2 will come here. So minus of 2, that is equals to gamma minus half. So what we got? We got our result gamma of minus half is equals to minus 2 root pi. This is also an important result. Okay. Now suppose in question you are doing gamma function. Okay, you are using gamma function and you have calculated an integral, and after calculation you are getting gamma 5 by 2. Okay, after calculating you are getting 5 by 2. Now how to break this gamma? We know what? We know gamma n plus 1 is equals to n gamma n. So this can be written as what? 3 by 2 plus 1. Correct? Now n is what? 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 gamma of n. Right? Of n is what here? Here n is 3 by 2. Right? Here n is 3 by 2. So again 3 by 2 can be breaked as half plus 1. So this is 3 by 2 half, gamma of half. So 3 by 2 into half, gamma of half is root pi. So our result is what? 3 by 4 root pi. You are understanding how to solve? Achha, I am telling you another example. You see, suppose gamma of 9 by 2 you got. So this gamma of 9 by 2 can be written as what? 7 by 2 plus 1 n gamma n. So 7 by 2 gamma 7 by 2. Then 7 by 2 gamma 7 by 2 can be written as what? 5 by 2 plus 1. So 7 by 2 into 5 by 2. Gamma 5 by 2 can be written as what? 3 by 2 plus 1. So 7 by 2 into 5 by 2 into 3 by 2. Gamma 3 by 2 can be written as 1 plus half. So 7 by 2 into 5 by 2 into 3 by 2 into half, gamma of half. That is 7 by 5 into 5 by 2 into 3 by 2 into half root of pi. Okay. So this is our, see, this will cancel out. Sorry, this is 7 by 2. So 7 by 2, 5 by 2. So this is our result. Okay. This is our answer. In this way you have to do. Okay. Also we know that gamma n plus 1 is equals to n factorial. Suppose if you are getting any number, suppose you are getting gamma of 7. So then the result will be what? The result will be 6 factorial. Because this is gamma n, we know n plus 1 is equals to n factorial. So this is gamma 6 plus 1, that is 6 factorial. So in this way you have to calculate. Okay. Now we will do some sums so that we can understand it more clearly. Okay, so let us do, suppose, question integral 0 to infinity root x e to the power minus x dx. Okay, now see, root x can be written as x to the power half e to the minus x dx. Now compare it with our standard result. Gamma of n is equals to what? 0 to infinity e to the minus x to the power n minus 1 dx. Now if we compare here, n minus 1 is equals to half. So n is equals to what here? 3 by 2. So this can be written as what? 0 to infinity x to the power 3 by 2 minus 1 e to the minus x dx. So this is what? Gamma of 3 by 2. Correct? Now gamma of 3 by 2 can be written as what? Half plus 1. So half, gamma of half, that is half root pi. So our answer is root pi by 2. Okay. So our answer is what? Root pi by 2. Okay. Clear? Okay. So let us do another example. Suppose 0 to infinity x to the power 4 e to the power minus x square dx. Now 0 to infinity, we know our standard result gamma n is equals to 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power n minus 1 dx. So this can be written x to the power 5 minus 1 e to the power minus x square. Now you see here it is x square. So this process we can't do because we know here must be e to the minus x. So we will do what? Let x square is equals to z. So what we will get? 2x dx is equals to dz. Correct? Now limit, you see, when x is equals to 0, z is equals to 0. Now when x is equals to infinity, z is also equals to infinity. Okay, so we will now change this integral as 0 to infinity. Initially the integral was x to the power 4. So if x square is equals to z, this will be z square e to the minus x square. X square means we have taken is z. Dx is equals to here dz by 2x. Dz by 2x. X is what? Root z. X is root z. Okay. Now half is the constant. We can take it outside. E to the minus z dz. This is z2, and this if we take it up, so we will get minus half. Okay. So 0 to infinity, half outside, 2 minus half. E to the minus z dz, and z to the power 2 minus half, that is 4 minus 3 by 2. Okay. Now 3 by 2 can be written as what? E to the minus z dz. 3 by 2 can be written as, we have to write in the form of x to the power n minus 1, that is n minus 1. So it can be written as 5 by 2 minus 1. So we are getting this as half 0 to infinity. This is in the form of gamma function only. So we can write gamma 5 by 2. Gamma 5 by 2 is half 3 by 2 half root pi. Okay. So our result is what? 3,248,3 root pi by 8. So this is our answer. Okay. So I hope you understood how to calculate this results. You understood first. Let's go for a summary. What we have read today. Lots of mathematics, right? But this is very important in physics also. See, first gamma function. We know what is gamma function. For n, we are denoting gamma function as in this way, and the value is this 0 to infinity e to the minus x, x to the n minus 1 dx. We have proved gamma 1 is equals to 1. Okay. Next important formula which you need to know is n plus 1. Gamma is equals to n gamma n, and gamma n plus 1 is equals to n factorial. We have proved this two result. Okay. Now fourth is what? The value of gamma minus half, that is minus 2 by root pi, and how to calculate this results. If you get this results while calculating one integral by doing one sum, then how to proceed this, how to get the final result. Okay. And if this type of integral we are getting by, you can get in EMT, you can get while doing any other part of physics, while calculating any sum, you can get any such type of integral, then you have to use this formula. Okay. You should know the general formula of gamma function, and you have to just convert this values in terms of n minus 1. And if you are getting like x square, then you have to first convert it in the terms of x, or we don't need any quadratic term. We need only the single power of a function. It can be x, z. Just substitute and you will get the result. Okay. In this way we have to do. So I hope you are understanding what is gamma function. Okay. Next we will see what is beta function. Okay. Next we will see what is beta function. Okay. Okay. So I will give you some homework for gamma function. Okay. First homework I will give you is, you have to find the values of this integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus h square x square dx. Nothing, just substitute this h square x square into some variable and you will get the result. Okay. Second homework is that you have to find the value of gamma 7 by 2. Both are easy. Send me the solution in Telegram or comment in the comment box below. Okay. And if you have any problem solving this, please let me know. So next topic is what we are going to start is beta function. Okay. So now about beta function. Just we have already studied about gamma function. Now we will get to know about beta function. Beta function is represented by this xl minus 1, 1 minus x, m minus 1 dx. This is written as beta function of L comma m. Okay. The beta function of L comma m is written as integration over 0 to, sorry, this is not L, this is 1, 0 to 1 x to the power L minus 1, 1 minus x, m minus 1 dx. Like in gamma function we get to know the integral value and what is gamma function, and we got some values as gamma n plus 1 is equals to n gamma n, right? Similarly, beta L comma m is what? Gamma L gamma m by gamma L plus M. This formula you have to learn. Okay, we will not go for the proof because the proof is very long and that's not so useful for you. Just you know the result that beta L comma M is equals to gamma L gamma M by gamma L plus M. The important thing is that we need to know the properties of beta function. Okay, we need to know the properties of beta function. This is important. So the first property is beta of L comma M is equals to beta of M comma L. Okay. Second, we will do one question. What is that? 0 to 1 integration x to the power 4 1 minus root x to the power 5 dx. So again we will recall that beta of L comma M is equals to what? Integration 0 to 1 x to the power L minus 1 1 minus x M minus 1 dx. Fine. Now this you see here it is x and here it is root x. So what we will do, we will substitute. We will substitute as x is equals to t square. So what we will get? Dx is equals to 2t dt. Okay. So now if we substitute this value, so what we will get? 0 to 1. See x is equal to t square. Okay. So you see you will get what? T is equals to root x. Now root of 1 is 1. So our upper hand limit is still 1 and root of 0 also 0. So our limits are not changing. Limits are same. Okay. So you also whenever you substitute you have to check the limits. Okay. Now 0 to 1 x to the power 4. So this is t to the power 2 4. Okay. 1 minus root x, that is t. 5 dx is what? 2t dt. So this is integral 0 to 1. This is t to the power 8 and this t. So t to the power 9, 2 is a constant. We are taking it outside. 1 minus t to the power 5 dt. Now this can be written in terms of beta function as t to the power 10 minus 1, 1 minus t, 6 minus 1 dt. That is what? Beta function of 10 comma 6. Okay, correct? See L and M, beta function of L comma M. So 10 and 6, beta function of 10 comma 6. Now we know what? Beta of L comma M is equals to gamma function of L, gamma function of M by gamma function L plus M. Okay, so gamma 10 6 by 10 plus 6. Now we know gamma 10 is equals to what? 9 factorial. Gamma 6 is equals to 5 factorial by 10 plus 6, 16. That is 15 factorial. This you know how to solve. You will get the result. Okay. So next we will do the another formula of beta. Actually, before knowing another formula, we will do one more question. Second, regarding this only, beta half comma half. Okay. What is this? We know this is what? Gamma half. Again gamma half by gamma half plus half, that is 1, and gamma of 1 is 1. Gamma half is root pi, so this is pi. Okay, this is also an important result. Okay, this is also an important result. Next we will see another formula of beta. Before that I am giving one homework. We do this. 0 to 1, 1 minus x cube whole to the minus half dx. I am giving you some hint how to do. Substitute x cube equals to y. You will get. Okay. And the result also I am saying you. The result is 1/3. Gamma function 1 3. Gamma function 1 by 2. 1 by 3, 1 by 2, gamma of 5 by 6. Check this result. In case if you don't get, let me know. Also if you get, let me know. Okay. Now next, the another useful formula regarding beta function is beta function, another result is 0 pi by 2. This we are getting by using beta function. Okay, this type of problem, this type of integration is very common. We get this integration in lot of problems. Okay, just remember this uh, result, that is okay, this is 0 to pi by 2 sine p theta cos q theta is gamma function of p plus 1 by 2, gamma function of q plus 1 by 2. Denominator we are getting p plus q plus 2 by 2 into 2. Okay, so we will do one sum regarding this, so then we get to know how to use this formula. Okay, so we will do one sum, that is we will do an integration only. Suppose that is 0 to pi by 2 sine square theta cos to the power 4 theta d theta. So how to use? From C, here we get to know p is equals to 2, q is equals to 4. So we know our result was what? Gamma p plus 1 by 2. So here p is what? 2. So 2 plus 1 by 2 gamma 4 plus 1 by 2 2 gamma 2 plus 4 plus 2 by 2. So gamma 2 plus 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2, 4 plus 1 by 2, that is 5 by 2, and 2 gamma 2 plus 4, 6 plus 2, that is 8 by 2, that is gamma 4. Okay, so we are getting gamma 4 is equals to 3 factorial, and gamma 3 by 2 is what? Half root pi, and gamma 5 by 2 is 3 by 2 into half into root pi. Okay, so root pi is pi, 3 by 2, 4, 8, and this is already there, 16 into 3 into 2. So we are getting pi by 32. So the answer of this is very easily we have solved, and we got pi by 32. So the two important formula which you need to know in case of gamma function is what? Gamma L comma M is this 0 to 1 x to the power L minus 1 1 minus x m minus 1 dx, this value, and this is equals to L factorial m factorial by gamma function L plus m. Okay, second important formula is this sin p theta cos q theta integration from 0 to pi by 2, and this is our result. This is more common, this is more important. Okay, so today we will stop here only. I have given few homework. Do the homework, let me know whether you are getting the answers or not. The next video we will again do some theory classes only, and then we will go for PYQs and MCQ problems. We will solve MCQs. Okay, we will solve MCQs regarding IIT JAM, GATE and CSI NET. Okay, it's all for today. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe my channel. Okay, for any suggestions please comment, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.